has lied and lied and lied and lied and lied and who is lying. He keep lying here and there. He just speak blah blah blah. When you go there.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 4, verse 1. Or say then, it is not by might nor by power.
Because you see, Baumia has lied and lied and lied and lied and lied. Who is lying? He keep lying here and there. He just speak blah blah blah. When you go there.
I believe that he said who can pay first. Now there's a secret that we even to cry and press conference. No, check me. So, any rubbish in your man also being you claim ownership to the government and Charles Okuku. You actually the people say any man no more about it. Nothing corner Kushi man now, a few people better than say, now your money yet you ain't now, or share horn and then. You are rubbish in your Casans in so I want to see a say. In this year, Casans in our Brian Poo, you are doing 10 years. If you cry, I would fancy and taste or BBC for Mumpo. And there is a press conference because on one you have the performance, you will leadership prizes and pure Maha. You might 12 months.
I will see my mamma, Munina Makwaba, Senia Munimino, Eja, Mosomfu, Dr. Ren, and Anopay, and now every and I numerate baby, I will show me beyond Mema Wakwaba, I wore a year Dr. Ren politics. Yambrani Ninkomo is Saturday, Utiasie, a beautiful Saturday, after swimming classes and gym, Neja, and near Bushia Faba Betrothed Kakra. Anyway, in Komo Ekosudi a Dawson. I've got a leak taper na mebo ediama etiefo eni ahwefo amohweme efa eye Charles Opoku ho obekai eye Asante North eye Asen North one mobile election yomokoto aba ho na MPP candidates na olusu against the NDC no what did the chimu pobi aba beto abonten a eja mensa akabie na megidi se eja ye kwa anim no meshada na mamwetie kakra ewo the Charles Opoku Asante North omo MPP parliamentary candidate for 2024 December elections. Aminchia Alfred na minchia Ahnepan Kasa na minchia enua Nana Atakra wa hasenso na minchia enua no mamohwe mo YouTube na so me mamo akwaba ene conversation no and discussion no and Komobia, I want the viewers to contribute as always, to remember Modiana may be a phone line, and I say to me about Modiana Eja, what request it to so that you can also appear on us on the show, so that at least also better widening. Society building depends on the ideas are in year twa. Then we sieve the best and then we use it. What you say, near the idea, the achichiri crew. Now, me assure say, a month will be brain no, especially, you know, more from whom the traditionalist, Omoji Ghana, a year, ye GD sum edi, Omoji ya mamre edi, Omoji sebio, ye culture no dino. Dodo noa de ababe to abonten efa, a year. Ababa wa ewo Nungua ebi musu wenya 12 years ebi musu wenya 16 years and into na who me topic no a eja maye na sa no say the Nungua 12 or 16-year-old girl betrothed marriage and no ehon sem and the babedi nkomo. Now my question no they are very simple to you the viewer. My question is simple. My question is which is stronger? Is it the tradition or the law? I want to understand. I want us to have this conversation. Which is stronger? Is it the tradition or the law? Is it said tradition is so powerful? And I say emrano and I say more powerful than the tradition. Yendi won't come because I have my own opinions. I will share an internet topic. No, I the ababeto abontinga. Now, another thing insurance that you or Ghana, do we even benefit from it? Yeah, insurance, Uko Ghana or car beauty insurance, you pay all these road taxes or whatever and levies or whatever. Insurance out or Ghana, do you benefit from it? Or insurance? If any accident happen, I mean, say at least the insurance a year, a friend is saying agencies, it will assist, will come in. What you say? Yeah, the insurance at the same. Now, I mean, say Ghana the eja will be best see Ghana ne yada ne po no how. What you say for 48 hours. Say wa ami here hon someone when a branch a friend Henry in someone e twa gua ni. Ebi mu say branch na anye ne yi, ebi mu say baba wa na anye ne yi. Abrante no de asɛm bi aba abɔnten a wɔkeka keka. I mean, to ɔno no nsɛm a wɔkeka no, sɛ ɛfiri ɔno, sɛ ɛmfiri ɔno. For me, I think that sometimes some of these bedroom conversation must be, kept private. But then there is laws in Ghana. There were law ɛfa ɛgya obi a wɔde ne nyanko baa na bɛrima adagya ɛbɛba bɛto abɔnten for public consumption. Nti bɛgye di sɛ any person a sebio obi anje concern every ho. Now you are not aware how they won't send to abontin no ɛyɛ Ghana mra ɛwɔ hɔ a mra no sebio uma police for asotia sebia obi de picture o video egu abontin na ɛgya unim nipa kro no one man akwenya and odi a friend say odi ɛyɛ the laws of the country can deal with a person. It is say why me here and some why no. My question here and say say one and the abeto abonting and I bear money the abeto abonting. Why do you go in young fin? Say obidis will be good in young fin. The person can exercise a year the judicial right by going to the court. What you see? Anyway, my main free one member a year Nungua apapa wa abetudja. Se sebio wawari papa penyinia wenya 63 years. I think it's a story nearby nana, and then I just did a video on it. The day I got the story, that's first day I did the story before many other of our brothers and sisters picking up the story. My concern here is say utie story no. A lot of people are, becoming more emotional and allowing their emotions to override their reasoning. A lot of our people. You see, one of the things they say, and Ghana no, and yet traditional leaders and the DNM, and yet traditional Vugu welcome, and yet traditional rulers and so and so. Ghana has moved away from the traditional leaders are Sebiu, or Moshe and so. And it's all because of the way your constitution, yes, Shemrano, Sebiu, Yashishe, Yashishe in such a way, say, the traditional rulers need to krum there, or Moshe and so there, but they don't have much say when it comes to a friend saying, in movement and our daily activities as to who has the final say. Your traditional leaders, do not have that authority, that much of authority. Now, yembe a one united country, not a tier. Before an united country, you could see the dominance of the Ashantis, the dominance of the Nzimes, the Voltarians, the Ga tradition, the Northerners, Obiadino, so people, revered, respected because they look up to their traditional rulers because that is where the laws comes from. What you say now, and maybe maba one a wukru no so my then Oma fabi no me diso because the onana bekan the ohine bekano and ye diso. Now, this conversation, if you don't detach emotions and sentiment, you will make certain judgment which will be wrong. Now, I've heard a lot of my brothers from the Greater Accra, the Gans, and some people making some utterances say you crew and crying. We have our own laws and the who and da A B C D. It is true. I respect the guns. Me myself, I'm a gun. What you see? Yes, not a gun by birth or gun by father or mother, but I'm a gun. Any tribe in Ghana, I belong. I don't segregate. I'm not a tribalistic Ghanaian. I'm a Ghanaian. But I respect each and every traditions and norms in our country. I respect it. Whether it's from the Volta region, whether it's from the northern, central, western, any part, I respect it because it is one Ghana we are building, not an individual or a particular tribal Ghana and you're building. Say a tribal Ghana they are. I will come and sit here and fight for the separation of my western region from Ghana. And if I fight for separation of my western region from Ghana, western region will become better off because in terms of natural resources, we don't lack. What you see? We don't lack natural resources. But if you want one of the poorest regions in Ghana, my region, with all the abundance of the natural resources, we lack a lot of things. A lot of things. In terms of infrastructure development, my region lacks. Now, let's move on to the conversation. And that is why I'm asking the question here. Say, a friend is saying, the young girl, ye na nanum, ye wo fanum, edine ekwo aware. No. Is it right or is it wrong? If you look at it from the lens of tradition, you will say, sir, it is right. If you look at it from the eyes of the lens of the law, it is wrong. So now, which one is stronger? Where do we marry the two? Which is stronger? Is it the law that is stronger or the tradition that is stronger? Now, the tradition is strong. The law is equally also strong. But when it comes to us, as a nation, one Ghana, the soul of Ghana is the constitution. Yeah. Then that means that the soul of the constitution, is the soul of the Ghanaian people. TME. Sanima Blami, Machon, Inyami Meni Ameyegan, traditional people. Let me explain it to my brothers and sisters from the Gan, from the Gan tradition. You see, we cannot behave as if say we want a democracy where we don't want to respect the rules and laws. Now, TME will say, we cannot say we want a democratic nation where rules and laws do not work. You see, let me say something here. You may not like the political party in power. There are many things that I don't, agree with this current political party. I have campaigned for Akufo-Addo in my village. And for the first time in my village, my people voted for Akufo-Addo for the first time in 2016. They voted for MPP in Jomoro. It was difficult for us to get the win that we wanted in Elembele because of the MP, the parliamentary candidate. He is not a favorable one for the people of Elembele, and that is Bonzuke, and he's still not a favorable for the people of Elembele. Elembele people want a gentleman, knowledgeable, learned, respected, loved by the constituents. That is the reason why after CPP, NDC still wins in that constituency. It's because the MPP candidate is weak. What do you see? Now, fast forward. You may disagree with the government, but it does not take away the laws of the country. It doesn't take away the constitution. The constitution is the soul of you and I. Years ago, you and I agreed that we want a multi-party democracy where the rules and laws will work. When we were creating this particular democracy and constitution, we did not take only the ideas of the people of Enzima. We did not take only the ideas of the people of Ashantis, or the Evers, or the Gans, or the Fantis, or the Nordnes, the Sisales, the Gonjas. Yefa obia or Ghana kronimu nyina adwene. And ye sonne so. And that is the reason why ye kasi ye constitutional amendment ye di ekai sika ye min kasi ye say no. Sika ye di ekomuno is in millions of dollars. Enya kitwa because obia the fisherman, the farmer, the carpenter, the mason, the pure water, everybody adventure. And ye share constitution. And ye now, this lady, this young girl, I mean, can't say a lady cry because a young girl, oh, you know, it's not even a bimuso a 12 years. So a 12 years called a teenager or a 16 years, or you do age for marriage. You see, I've heard people defending the tradition. And what their argument is that a tradition, you know, and that people has to respect tradition. Those people saying it, I know where they are coming from. You see, they are coming from a state of undeveloped country. When a country is not well developed, tradition, people are still afraid to let go. And that is what we are seeing these things. Now, let me ask you something. Rawlings, MBA president, you know, there was some form of traditions in the northern region. Depending on the kind of tribe you come from, they will give you tribal marks. In the northern region, and I refi. It you want to see a wapada no efe. Na ya di sekanya na blade ya man tribal marks, ya design any. Now it's the tradition of the people of the northern region. The Dagatis, the Frafres. It's a tradition. But woman who said that tradition, you know, a archaic tradition that we have to let go of that tradition. You see, there were many traditions in England. Great Britain had their own traditions. Bebre. Now, man for worry omo. Ewe bushiem. Maybe Ghana. Now, man for worry omo. Bebre. What I say? But emrani kwenanim no. Emrani dane. Nipa enyanti asia wa abrabom no. Any ewiase ayetim no. Some primitive traditions be you let go of those primitive traditions. TMA then come on here, but why more John watching Aquaba? I mean, Henry. So, money for the Camilla, see you on YouTube. Message I'm going to share a video. You see, yeah, quite anymore. Yeah, what traditions be wa Sebiu. I mean, chia a units now quality time. TMA. Yeah, quite anymore. There are certain traditions who are young to me fan kaya. Wow, we are maybe Busa said, Uber Timiaka said, who Shenya mean him some woba, be him back 12 years, but didn't come up papa when you're 63 years on an internet. Omo worry. Bibusa. At that age, no, Sabio, or near that matured physically, mentally, to make certain decisions. And this would the name comma obi say a betrothed marriage. I'm only engaging here. At that age, you know, I will engage in, you know, the child is still not matured mentally. So it is wrong. Because the child will grow up And then Obeka say, oh, you know, say, oh, menene kobo, war, o small she the way ekwebo sani by force says, I know marry. It's a force. When they share war, it will not share wintino by force worry. Would you like it? So, my brothers and sisters are monody tradition. You have to understand and say, tradition, as the nation is growing, we are evolving and we have to do away with the bad practices of our tradition. And these are some of the things that we need to understand. So you will get people who come, oh, they will call you all kinds of names. Maybe so be Chobi or as a friend or say Ed or say, never know you are this ignorant. I mean, these are that's what I'm saying. You know, some of these people, when they come, the best result of is to insult or attack. That is their feelings. And I understand because you see, these feelings, you know, is birth out of a friend is saying the love for the tradition and which is culture. Culture is the way a group of people live. But ask yourself, before we used to do certain things because of the culture, but then we've moved away from that cultural practices. Now let me give you an example. Since this boy called Ed is saying, I never knew you are ignorant. We are all ignorant until we learn. Do you understand me? And I've learned to know that the yesterday's mistakes must not be repeated as we are growing. Let me give you an example. There is a tradition. So Obi Wua, Ewa Santibemu, Akan Memua, na papa no a wawu no, papa no wu a ejapade no yede ma wo fa asefo. Abra papa no emma etiase. Now, because of tradition, why don't we say it's a tradition? We should still hold on to that particular tradition. But then the interstate succession law, no, abesisa that tradition, no. In the end, say, Ed, ni papa wu, na se sebi min kaso wu, but se ni papa bi anane maami bi wu a, yen kofa ni papa anane maami ejapade emfa nkonkoma ne wo fa asefo abra Ed etiase. So etiase. E ho de obeka se menya ignorant, or you agree with me because ejapade. And I say Ed ebobra na oje ejapade na owu a, na ejapade no would he prefer say de ne ejapade kwakoma ne wo fa ase ne abra ne matiase ana. Say no so a tradition. We see, yeah, quite anymore, we need to understand some of these things. That I say yankasa no. Yadi tumu say, you know, traditions be or what I see a chai. Ya touching a very primitive. Yent me fan nantu abrabum. What you say? Yadi nantu abrabum amboyen. What you say? Ebe haya yankasa. Because you can ubetimi esi obi esiwa obenyi no beka just I don't love you anymore. Now papa pay you know aboka agu. Ebetimi ahye wabufuo. And the heart attack betimi aba. Disappointment betimi aba. Especially knowing very well say a chrono so there are rules, laws that is governing the nation. Where you and I have to understand that the laws must be respected. What you see? Now, look. Mama wo mfa to hom ye no one ye nuanom no more the northern part of Ghana na ye twitwa woman nim ne nuama. It was a tradition. It was a tribal mark to mark them and know say they belong to this particular tribe, whether Dagati or Frafra or those tribes. But we've moved away from it. Now just imagine you move away from it. How many beautiful girls do we see their face? Well, beautiful. First in tribal market, in their sign woman in Como Bank, woman my say kakamo to be basabi. Obi wo benyini no wompe afi no kwakwaya surgery. Let me tell you something. John Dramani Mahama, was tribal mark. But because I surgery kakra dia kataso. Yeah, His Excellency John Dramama Mahama Fachemi. Otiasie, no buno mo akwa. But who because ya said you had a catastrophe. Ebia was son in market, but when you won't say on pet. Ebia the laser those that can afford. I'm a catastrophe. By any animal, you tell him, if you check to chow my phone, to check to chow him rough roughy. How are they going to ensure someone says he can maybe or Makwa ye many? I don't see a tradition. But we believe that tradition, yet dear jai. So please, yeah, quite demono. We want the best for our nation. That does not mean say traditions be what we should still hold on to the tradition. Ebi owa yen tungu. What you say? Ebi owa enwu hia yen emboa yen. Say enkwahwa yesi o the girl was the girl you see first you see the girl no papa no na e worry no 63-year-old woman no na e worry no eche yesi o the girl is being married to the deity. Who make the decision for the deity? Can the deity speak? Deity no wakasa. Enye ni paso na deity ne bekasa afaso. Is it not the same deity there helping the people? What do you say? Intimesemo. Uba yu kromu a UK kromu a. Emre bi etwem. Ni e wo mra tradition. Ohini wu a ni etwa ni peti. Ana me bo say no see a tradition. Why don't we go back and say our tradition we are going to practice it because I don't see a tradition. Ana me bo ohini bi wu a ni ansa ne wakosie no ni etwa nkofo ti. Ebu won kra esie nkofo amono Roberta Mary says me mo akwa. Akwesi be ku me mo akwa. Ni etwa ni peti. I don't see a tradition, nibi. And I refrain no. Enya papa ntino, emboa ye ntino, ana sa tradition no. Ye efi abrabotuma ene so wohini bi pon bi te se sebio na anu a otumfo pokuare enya de ba bi koyi. Ya nkotwitwa amanfo ti se otumfo pokuare ewunti. Ye kwa akosie no ye kwa akosie nipa mmono aka no. Because him say ehu nya. And I de ye chai. Even the God Tradition Council, and I'm happy to say, the God Tradition Council, they don't support this particular a friend is saying, our dear we. And that is the beauty of it. Tradition, the God's tradition, and painful be support to this particular tradition. It tells us, we need to, culture should not be something which is like a monument, like a statue that is stagnant. No. We need to evolve. The papa no, ye fa. The nye papa no, ye tuchene. Otiasie, ebi na mababo boswache say tribal marks na nye ya twatwene. And then so be wua, or hini be wua, ye nkotwitwa nkofo ti, enkonkosie wo mo. Na wo, or hini be wua, obepese betwa obeti. Ube pesa wo ba wanyem na 9 months ohini bi ewu nti ye ba wo fi abefa wo mase ye kutwitwa wo muti because ohini bi ewu ube pene so ed ube pene so these are some of the things that eba odiase enyomebu wa eba eme ye nyese because ye nyina no ye say ye pe tradition in semunti ye friend say we are people who stand for the tradition, we believe in our tradition, so we should not allow our common sense to work. Let you say my common sense adwuma. What is wrong is wrong. You've got a conscience. There are some traditions are ehun hia. What do you say? And yes, because they say you believe so much in the traditions of the country, bibi kochim, bibi kobone krana, what do why adamant? Oh, and then why should they go and then arrest the girl? Why should they go and arrest the man, the wulamo? Why are they doing this? They are destroying the tradition. The people should get educated about the tradition. Yes, it is true. People must be educated about our tradition, but some form of our traditions are wrong, Let us not entertain it. Wrong is wrong. What you say is wrong on every level. Can you imagine a girl of 11 years, 12 years, being married to 63 years? Would you allow your daughter, you that you are protecting the tradition, would you allow your beautiful girl, you wish her to become a medical doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, the best in hair making, the best in IT, the best in a beautician, or would you allow your daughter at the age of 12 to be married to a 63-year-old with a wrinkle bum? Would you allow? That you look at your beautiful daughter's face and say, beauty daughter, go and marry a wrinkled faced man who is 63 years old. Please. The country is hard, I understand. Poverty allow most of our mothers to give away their beautiful children. Poverty, I know. My people, my God people are my brothers and sisters. I know. Come on. Don't look at me the way you are thinking. No. Poverty is everywhere. It is the Gawana Abetojawo. Many of it. You see, anything that happens in the greater Accra, now when we say it's a village, it's just a highlight because it is the city. It is the capital city of Ghana. It is a BBC of greater Accra. I say a place, a importance because it is the capital city of Ghana. The beautiful Ghana land is the capital city. It is assembly to Accra. I see a fun with all seriousness. Near cat assassin. Now I'm making sure says will be to sound quarry. Will be to me krum kikam. No, would this answer who answer phone obeja because their tone was sitting. No, I can't was it. What you say? Yes, I mean, American, it's everywhere. It's not only Ghana. The Ghana Esino, the Ghana land is what Esino. It's just because it's the capital city. No, we have to place importance on the issue and say it so that those other traditions are one more say ya Shantio, say ya Nzimao, say ya Fantio, say ya Bono, say ya Hafu, say ya Dagati, say ya Eve, and Subisian be free. That is why I love my guns because it is the capital city. Ono eni bie ne wo what you say and this same grown kitten what you say it is a bibi cost wo na yentimi am place importance ni address issue ni here obi te enzema obeka so o na sa asem crazy wo krokasi mu kra no sa na ye ka no what you say asem si wo krokasi mu kra no o say also, Dr. Ren, have you listened to the Kofi Adume's interview I've listened to all the interviews. Most of them, I won't say all, that would be wrong. I've listened to most of the interviews. The explanations they are giving is wrong. And the same traditions that they are giving some of the explanations, people are also giving an explanation, say wrong is wrong. That is why I'm asking a question, say, which is stronger? Is it the tradition or the law? If you wear your traditional lens, it is right. If you wear your law lens, it is wrong. So which one should we go for? Should we go for the tradition or should we go for the law? If we go for the tradition, it means to say we say me hiniwa me person me twan for 50 t a friend is saying Nungua abontin. So should we allow such a tradition to go on or the law must not intervene? Because you see, when laws are created, conscience of men comes alive. That is why there is something called law. Law no so sebu and your spirit and a law. It is the human beings are they are the ones that and it means to say anytime you see a law, that does not mean that the sin was not there. The sin was there already. Anytime you see there is a law that has been introduced, and shall say na things were going on already, and in the framers of our constitution, about Child Protection Act, and it does not mean you na yes and but that Child Protection Act back to help us. What do you say? Or say, did you hear that he's going to have sex with her or what? You see, that is the problem with many of people who watches this video, who watches the things that is going on. Sex. You see, that is it tells you, say, the country Ghana, we have a long way to go. Just say into Obisa question. Or say, did you hear? Said the old man is going to have sex with a young girl. So to him, if there is no sex, it means it is no wrong. You see the explanation? You see the questioning? You see the understanding? Now let me educate you here. Let me educate you here. Under our law, it is wrong for any family, whether you are in the north, south, east, or west, to give away your daughter to someone to marry. Any child under age of 18, it is a crime. So it's not about the sex. The mere mention of, say, I'm giving away somebody to marry this person is a crime. What do you say? This is what you guys think, not me, Tom, because you do not respect the law of the country. You pick and choose. But if you respect the law of the country, you will say, okay, since it is a law, and that law is not only you, Nyumo, Woku, that law is binding all of us. That is why when somebody comes and take you, Nyumo Woku, your phone, you can report the person that somebody has taken your phone without your permission. And it is called stealing. In Kaubeka say, oh, that law, it doesn't apply. The thief can also say that law doesn't apply to him. That person can also say, oh, but we don't live in that society. We live in a law society. We live in a society governed by rules and laws. Let me even laws. So what you wish is not what may be. Kwabena also wish. But there's something called law, which bind you and Kwabena. Ajete, Ayele, Kaku, Sewa, Wimbium, Abba, Aishetu. What you say? Also, they came and met. Who came and met which tradition? That is the thing. And I like the way the guy is bringing, pouring out his or her heart. I don't know whether if it's a woman or a man I'm talking to. So pardon me if I use maybe he or she. Don't be offended. What you say? Don't be offended. I just want us, and I like the way you are coming, and it is good because it's making me explain it to you. What you say, and that is why I said, when you look at it in the lens of tradition, like the way Nyumowoku is looking at this particular case in the lenses of tradition, he is right or she is right. I don't know. Seni Panama the nekas no your bana bema. What you say? So the lens of tradition India. Are you okay? Are you right? But the moment you watch it in the lenses of the law, you are wrong. Because the laws of the country, the law came to meet our tradition. No money fail law, so no be okay. Akashi, no money fail na kan law, na kan mlanu will be akashi law but meet the traditions, no money fail. Jenu mo kone fail law, bomo adasa tomobo kemi ni wo fail na kan law, law anyone. Nakan law was made by we, the constituents, our parliamentary representatives, parliament jeme laws na menfe bills ni ba ni wa president ba sign ni bill say ba fe nakan law say e wo ka ake law je akeshi moko taheko tomonyu moko taheko ne fe nakan law akeshi o Ghana fu munji na munsia mrano no Minkabo, ni wofe na kan law. Because we don't explain it, educate it. The civic education is not going on for people to get the understanding. That is the problem. That is why there is so much ignorance in the system. The politician, who is the politician? First, I get you law. The politician. The name of vote to have politicians. Minkabo, ni wo voting ama kan politicians eh. E wona kan mla. It is womla yena ya just amla emrana tum. Because yan ya to abama politicians to make the laws on our behalf. Yen nyina yen timi nkotena parliament house. E won what choose wakashi cut the whole of Teshie. Okay, the whole of Teshie was small boy. The whole Teshie. What vote to Hamoko Kumplum? The person should go to the parliament house and represent the people of Teshie. Hello, okay, the whole of Elembele constituency, CMA, Kam, Asem called Bavrama, Sanwoma, all of it, okay, what vote to Kofi Amaboa, who is now the deputy minority leader in parliament, to represent us. Any decision about budget, Jaya Kashina kind decision, it is Kofi Amaboa's own decision. It taking that kind of decision on behalf of the constituents. That is why Akashin Sani what chake wa constitution emi. Ni bi ni your constitution emi ka was small, wa fair wa by Akashi. NLA was small. NLA was small. This is where your constitution and nipa bebre no eka say we need a constitutional amendment. We need a constitutional reforms because politician no kono okoye mmara no a. How many of you people get the engagement of what goes on in the parliament house? All that you know, Akashi, 4 years, Eba, Minya Nama vote, MPP, Alo NDC, Alo Mimali. So that is why I'm saying, say, you watch this particular case, I never voted for any politician before in Ghana. So no vote. Because go vote where somebody will vote and decide for you your destiny. I like this person. I like the way I like that. I was once upon a time like him or her. Namin Smith is very naive and ignorant in many things. I'm not saying on this particular subject. I'm not saying say everything on this particular subject. So please don't get me wrong on this particular subject. So yes, I don't Smith here, but ye kwa nimu no na ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne yesua na ye de krotena classrooms na yesua na ja yesua kwa nimu ababedu baby where that does not mean say I own monopoly for all the knowledge or wisdom in this world. We be cry wonu ni me be brave of which I respect it. In Kofu be brave why woman ni nyansa be brave no a cheme and I respect that. I don't need to mention one particular name and leave the other. Now, it is a funny emremu dia. Yenina ya jatumu dia. Then it means to say there is something wrong. Ewo sebiu die yenuanom ana e papanom koye ewo ababawa no. Because ye law no akyere yen say obi nya 18 years na se sa ni pakro no wo de ne ma aware a wo maame no ana wo papa no watomra na je say wonye den undi mra no so. And it is a hwe this particular marriage no yenyina no atomra yenyina ye tradition ni di no ye standing for the tradition no yenyina ya atomra. And that is why my question here, which is stronger? Do you think say the tradition is stronger than the law, or you think the law is stronger than tradition? Based on the analysis and my research, me want to say the laws no are stronger than the tradition. Now, in many cases, no, what makes the law and the tradition stronger in many of the cases, no, sebu. You move no ano. And I'm see a developing country, developing a country more civilized, and you may be bad. We don't want to let go of it. A bit to say they're making a fat 12-year-old girl who said it is difficult and hard for people to understand because Sebio, we don't want to let go of that particular culture because that is the way we've lived in Nzima, the way we've lived in Volta region, the way we in Ashanti region, your friend Esiwa, the way we've lived in Ashanti region, Esiwa, yeah, kosu yeah. Inti nkukrafo no, take advantage. Inti ya na imrane ba na esi enya no yentontwene no, difficult. I understand. It's the same way I'm about the tribal marks. I'm about so obi wu a na sebio ohini bi wu a esi edi obi nso ekosie wo hene no ntini apem mmotemu brono a nkofo te no na apem nkofo na etwitwa wo muti na de akwa kosie wo hene no. Can you imagine? So wo hene bi ewu enti esi wo ewu nti enye wo hene nkwa nante enti ohene na ekwa okọ no esi epe nkofo ka no na nkofo no kosom no e wa asamado enti because say yepe nkofo amama kwa kosom ohene no e wa asamado nti na yetwitwa nkofo ti nti nyuma woku mimbibo we ena ele question and the way ni osmo tradition mimbibo tradition kembokogbo excuse me old garment cheko egbo. Would you allow your head to be cut, chop off, so that you'll be buried alongside the chief? And I'm asking you a question. Answer this question for me. I will be happy if you can answer this question for me. I'm sure you will say no, but it's also a tradition. So sometimes let us understand that yes, even though they are a form of tradition that we all support, what is wrong, and that we should not support what is wrong. What do you say? Because maybe our question, what your power kabaya now dear, nyumawoko kabaya na esenkarede, umame answer whether says sebio. You know, we best support to tradition and I best support to the law. I'm sure so many of us will not support, the law, the tradition. Say, ohini bi ewunti, yenkoni yenkosie me ne ohini kron. I will not do that. And I will not allow anybody to be killed because ebi asebi otumfo opoku aribi ewu. And I sense my hene kinkekwa kebi ewu. Oti ase kinkekwa kadada bi ewu yesi okay ohini bi ewunti. Yensisa nzema afo nkwada ye penkofo makomako muti 20 tini akudwutwa nkofo ti. Oti ase it should not be allowed. Oti ase these things are yet tia ye hunu. Enye na na esi yo call the Bible mu the Romans time wa ye wu Yesu Kristo ohini bi bufu ye see the all firstborn all babies head should be all babies should be killed. ABC or Yesu Christo Breneso. So some of the laws are here practice, some of the traditions are here practicing. It's not something I say and see be a see, but they have outlived these primitive laws. So our laws no or my twatching, what you say, or practicing beam, what you say, you have to understand. Say yes, you're quiet name. Yes, you're quiet name and practices be what I say. Obi say here is mine opinion. If I were to be a prosecutor for criminal charges, I would pretty much prefer a common law jurisdiction if I'm guilty and a civil law jurisdiction if I'm innocent. I think say on only now okay, very different. This question is very philosophical. This question is very philosophical. Try to answer when different outcomes, but you have to also understand that yes, it is true. During the Roman time, the Romans respected their tradition, but as we aged on, people learned to appreciate. A friend is saying, the laws of the country. Kudovo was a point of correction. Ulomo did not marry her. She is married to the deity. And that is where I like this point. You see, first of all, when this particular video in the Bible, it was said, 63-year Ulomo married to a 12-year-old girl. Then there was further interpretations and further understanding when people sought to seek for clarification of the story. And then they say, so the child was married to the deity. Now, let me ask you this question. Is the deity a person that speaks? I just want to know. The deity, no, or your bosom, bosom, no, or your nipa, and a kasa, and now or a representative. It's a question I want to understand from Kudovo. So let me read what he says, and then I will answer him. What's a point of correction? Wulomo did not marry her. She is married to the deity. And because God is not physical being, Wulomo has to represent the God in physical realm. To perform the rite, Wulomo cannot have sex with her. If he tries, he will not live long. The girl will find her own husband in future. Jesus Christ went through similar initiations. So we should leave our culture and follow the imported one. That is the problem here. Nobody is saying we should leave our culture. No. I said culture is a way a group of people live. The same culture, Kudovo, let me ask you, if your chief in your village, I'm sure you're a Votarian by the name. If you're not, I'm sorry for being, assuming. Now, if your chief dies, would you allow your children or yourself be beheaded? Say yedi kuja ohineno. It's also a tradition. Would you allow it? Maybe so. Would you allow? So hini wua kudovo. Ube pesi ebe pia uti. Because ana until Rollins mobile these kind of laws no. We didn't see former you. Now, many of the things are Rollins, Ebaya, Obesisan, your money be very, very good. Interstate succession law, Kudovo, Ebi Bisawu. Not those days, no, so especially if you are somebody you go through the maternal section, Yeah, the way Japadia ma wafasi, Yemfa ma yerene wo ma. Timi Bisawu and also a tradition. Would you prefer that same tradition to go on? Because it's also a tradition. What my point here is say, there are certain traditions that it is good for us that we have to practice. But there are some traditions it is not good. Let us all come together as a people. And those traditions are to say, no, these traditions, it doesn't make sense for us. No. It's as simple as ABCD and move on. Because there are a lot of the traditions. A time will come, traditions need to look. You and I cry, you catch the because say, hey, this particular tradition, the challenge. What you say? Ivy says, so what did the priest do wrong? According to the law, the priest did wrong by getting married a child who is under 18 years. According to the law of the country. What do you say? When a chief dies, children go missing. You see what the year in the Pankas. So those days, oh, he need be whoop a whom crab you. See a kum crab. Should we continue such traditions? It's also a traditional. Anyway, if you want to join, you can join, and then let's have this conversation. I'm open for discussion. Maybe what I'm saying is bullock to your hearing. I'm open for discussion. I like to learn. I'm somebody who love learning. Maybe because I know, sir, it depends. It depends on the jurisdiction. What you say? But our jurisdiction, Ghana's jurisdiction, to say, our jurisdiction. Until say ABR, we will have an amendment of our constitution. What do you say? Just say ABR, in yam revenue, the shemranim say, a free neko, henny be to me, I worry aquada to the deity and now to nehene. So we should not be looking at this conversation as about sex, and unko. Because the sex, ni be mo, I say ABR, ulomono, and yandia or fa aquada, no, unko fa corano. I say, please, part of our Ghana culture has been there for a long time. Every Ghanaian society now, all the cultures have been there for a long time because the culture is the way we live. But now we are a country. It's not a Ga country. It's not Enzima country. It's not Volta country. This is where we have to have the conversation. See, the conversation should not be about Ga. Me, I love guns. I won't lie. And I don't segregate. I respect each and every tribe. That is how my grandfather taught me. But the conversation in a say, Emrane say it is wrong. Emrano, because as Antini Zuba Soriaka say, Sebu, me mirane ya santimono, or hinibua you trani petty edisieno. Is it right? Say, what harm has the Wulomo caused? The Wulomo has caused a big harm under the law. Under the law, the Wulomo is married to an underage person. And a mama on fatum, you more in Habu, Nine examples, Akeshin. What way? Would you allow your daughter at the age of 12 to marry to a deity or marry to somebody without her consent? See, I'm even surprised. You're surprised because you are looking at it in a traditional lens, and the system that we are practicing is not a traditional rulership. I'm sorry. Some of these things we need to understand. Tradition is simply a way of doing things from one generation to another. So if we bump our head to greet and the next generation pick it up, it becomes a tradition. That's it. That does not mean that necessarily say, oh, because it is a tradition, we should now. You see, let me do this. Your tradition be a while. We see it's like will be me sure something I said, for instance, for example, your tradition first. Yes, you can call on WhatsApp or let me give you the guys the number. So you can call on WhatsApp. So please call on WhatsApp. Let's have this conversation because this one is a for and against conversation here. Some are for, some are against. Or argument, if it's for or if it's against, let's know your argument. The reason why you are for or against a friend is saying that you support or you don't support. We are learning, we are all Ghanaians. We are fighting. You don't love the guns more than me. Please, that one I will tell you point blank. See, is this tradition new to our government? No, traditions are always there. But as we move on, we make amendments. Traditions, they say, oh, the traditions are always there. Like I said, they say, before a friend is saying, before the Mosaic law, there were other laws. Yes, maybe, but I'm gonna say, I think say, either you go, I think say either they sentence you or make sure the correct way. In Izma, we had a tradition that we practiced by killing a 10th born child, but it had been abolished. That is true. Bedu. Bedu. What you say? Bedua. But today it has been abolished. The law, as for the tradition, we all know the traditions that it is the human beings. When we say tradition, is a way people live. What you say? Then things become normalized. It becomes the norm and practices. It become traditional. And my happening and say yes, something which is, anyway, mao, yeah. Enche me koka krako me hu se me nua hene wo life nti say to them I with the explanation of the tradition. Say the transmission of customs or belief from one generation to generation, and that is what Jikanza explained earlier on. Simple. What you say, tradition is simply a way of doing things from one generation to another generation. Sana you can't traditional na such them. And the way I am your ma, echo to brofo and an animal painful, and we don't do the echo to brofo ni beam. You're polishing on the abama piano, a zone two, so the culture of our music has evolved with time. The ones are any good, no, the ones are used to say good, no, is still being practiced. What do I say? And the same law is what allowing gay marriage. Oh, but that one, the law is not inventing, isn't it? That is what I'm saying. Say, preventing it. But me sitting here, I don't support bear money, bear murder, or ban or better. It is against it. This one, no, and that one, no, we should not support it. It's not be tradition does not necessarily mean say you practice certain things that is wrong. What do you say? And it doesn't also mean say when your traditions, no, I will practice. No, when there are certain form of wrongs in your tradition, you should not do away with it. There are certain things we must do away with it. So what do you say? And you might be what? First, the Kemokubu. Rollins said interstate succession. And the interstate succession, say papa bi wu a near the Japade ni nyina akoma na wofase. Na ye Japapa ne man. Those days, obi ni kunu wu a, your friend say, okunu wu a na ye de oba na kwhya dam na ye ni tiri hu nyina. Ye ma na duane kra na de akofa bibim ne de akoma no. Nipa ehu no. Ye so won ka na numu asem on na kunu no, obedafunu no ho saa. Etienne we are baba way IVI ban and we are baba way sebio okay no you sebio IVI yem fan say what down for be I mean friends who are down for now angasa because it's sorry about it. Yem fan say ye sa law ye practice here. It means that many of our women will start going through the same thing. Sabukunu mushrimu sebio manu kokotia. So what she will be? I mean, you have to go and stay with the man. Are you prepared to go and deal with these same laws now? It's also this same tradition. It's also tradition. What do you say? I said, and maybe a tree near your Bema, near China Bema, near tradition. When him sending your Bema, near China Bema, near China Bema. What do you say? Until said the Israelites, the started said, "Ye will bear you trap the bear. What do you say? What do you say? Go and block, take the hand. Those days, and maybe by the trap the bear. But from the Israelites, they came to understand. Said no, say ye trap bear no crana ye yaria mano. Health wise, na emboa. Any assistant in the Bema, you Bema at birth, Nani, you can Bema. So, what you say? Okay, young Fako in a young say in your or hello. Yes, sir. What are you to?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. The Ober can be a better lecture. You be me any actually.
You support you and
yeah.
You support you and group Facebook. I know about 45,000 members.
Beautiful.
Your church, money, what I say, I do so many ideas, the church. But I said, maybe say, you know, what I say, and then I said, by any kind. Yes, video. Marriage ceremony, traditional one. Yes, Emma, make engagement one. Engagement, we probably will show you. Always engagement can.
Hey.
Me my share not get anything.
Oh, then they send it by ceremony here. They just a ceremony in the crowd here and confirm me say I worry and power.
I didn't na afterthought who's at any out now I say in Guasiano. No matter an afterthought. What I say, yet maybe see a serious of many of them there, you're the book, your friend is a Muslim, so it is a Muhammad, I shall know 6 years. And now I don't know 9 years. You can't call the page, no more ceremony, almost Muslims in the you can't Christians again. We're by a medical to a message, the home of the news. We said, and they say, you come on in the Yami. So we will now, why did you know?
You go explain Taya.
And then we shall news file. Lawyers and bad bow. Obviously, and require this because of Trocosi nearby and the Trocosi nearby. Because why possible to cry and what the number of possible to cry your breast.
And look quite dangerous. And look quite dangerous.
Well, yes, you know, but again, one last time on the moment with you.
Simple.
But do you know support? Do you know support?
Who said they be a painful case car no a quine year? Na amfa wo fie a wo si contractor na ni gine pa e bo modern pa e wo le contractor le kwa e chale tuni tumo kwa wo be ka sansem we nyina but e dan no se contractor na ye na adwuma na e be fa wo fie pe na wo yima hyew say hey contractor we di timo adin o wa be say me na obu me dan. And this is what the Ghanaian behave. Assembly banner say if they want to protect it because of you say, yay, who can't against Sister Mohammed Ekofa or Baba Webina Baba Wana Mohammed Kowari and Mohammed Anyen ye. But the same thing Ibina and a traditional ruler no yes sunny dinya near the Mohammed Shewa and no be up a pen woyi and no dear also support. No also support.
Oh, yes, which are the announcing kind of clear, the number of panel. Clear. Just open your wife, you say.
Me, young
cough, what you say. What you say, what they so.
And that
clear. And then she will
who should the way I near say Kodana by force or son or done than only you see. Let me tell you something. Some of us say Nungua is my home. In common way, I don't want to go into it too much deep. That's why I'm trying to make the education here. Make us go deeper. The point, and I mean, you're not kind of Akora Baba one, you're worrying the dinner, Papa. What you say? You won't pay for Nungua. I'm catching the doctor, and then will support you, and then who could Nungua? If you want to find some of the finest men and women, go to Nungua. I won't lie you. Learned lawyers, but lawyers are free one in here in Ketwao. But you see, people want.
I don't know. I don't know the Panayano yet. And you can't tell me, Papa, when you next time on the program, when you know, also, I don't know, we're going to say, only because Manchester and Nungua the question to be of agency. And to run a plan, only for your education, no one to be of agency. And I will 18 and go on a better.
Now, what I say? Okay, you for about 12 years in Fankmo when. CSF one more kind of one quadra no more 12 years. Young for more fun come up, Saba no more warrior. So much
fire, defend what of friend Mushalaga. Mushala, we don't supposed to for me, put to me, Mushalaga of friend, who will defend it. Defend it, and you will say, I'm and I don't bet that focus in the same thing. Now, we your friends a priest and fun Polano, or so. What's that? Africa, you will put a besides we buy and no music. And light to you can see light, you will
be a do baby, and I think that we can do baby. We can agree to disagree on many of the matters. I'm not sure say you are mentioning a year of fire's name here to disrespect him. No, not at all, and I will not even support him.
Say a person who say, lighten through CSF, we are going to bring lighten. What's a clear violation? No one to be controlled as a woman. At the end, I was using it. Oh, until next time, what's the same? And also, most file will do it for my and you're embarrassing crack.
Oh, the Chief Justice representative now, many didn't come already behind the scenes. to get the understanding of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Before Kransana or called news file. So I wanted to have the understanding of what the law says about it. And she categorically told me, say, the law frowns on it. And you see, the Ghana law no krano. Accra at the age of 16 obetimi having sex with a year and no the permission of Accra no. And then at the age of 18 and son Accra will be married to. And even with that 18 years no crown, they have up to another 23 years. And no crown still under the guidance of a year the law. As a sebu even though our real no be 18 years within that 23 years no crown and no crown is the lady, the girl is the Nipa Crown is still being monitored by the law. What I say, and from 23 years, the government sees it and no crown and they pay and the baby, but and also crown still no within the confines of the law. And the as and when I obey baby no crown from the age of 23 no crown, the law still can come in. And in Tina say you what a friend is saying law no to come in and defend women and other people are being taken advantage upon in marriages. I will go on when you're 35 years, not domestic violence, this animal, it means separating your papa na kotna baby na mama no baby, their man a friend say guidance say oof men for her. All these things also say where you're mirroring. And she was telling me about the policies and the laws. Yeah.
Investigation na police one you know. Because information me no we ti no ka no omo ye no be bie sa na man so e embarrass ma ye nyina papa no na
Sir.
me na me ka tren yes e embarrassing say nyama ko so pada da me de no and me say age no deputy no kasa no kan say oh I say oh yeah your friend say William Montino oh omo na obi ata say o dey you try na you we but yeah, but no question dear. I don't know why you're not dear. If you know that next time, William, so be already above 18. Only the problem. So what do I say?
What you say, pa?
Well,
Thank you so much.
Investigation on the baby about the transact cacao. Embarrassing. Because when someone met 2 someone met 2 go for free hold them. But some of you who buy your investigation cacao. Papa na kasa ho.
Hey.
If you know, Grandfather, I say you're going for dear to be frank. I said, I'm going to say you're waiting. Somebody will be in the dark.
We
are in the dark. We say, young customer crush, young customer crush on the first time, now we're light. I don't want to mental by you.
Maybe
you're wearing number. You're wearing number date, you know. You're wearing number date, you know. I did about to be said within 13 years. I feel the minister about I was saying July already 16. Because you say was 16. Now July already 16 over 16 years.
Only 16. First I'm say 12 years. I feel minister no kwa so wakwa kuku na kwa enem say akra na feel no benya July obenya 16. Tell you okay.
Look at this.
I feel yeah.
But there are somebody that said so still those people are defending. But I'm not sure no question last one.
Yo, me that's so much. Thank you so much. I think these are the like these are the people that I mean, you know, for me I always say the journey for us to get to where we want to get to now. Wrong is wrong. And you see that these are some of the reasons why I and you may be bad. People say, oh, Dr. Randy, what's some kind of thing? Adentina, go home na young can be Arabiasa. No, because I know the price to pay for ignorance. I know the price. It's a heavy price. And that price, no, sabio. And you're easy. What you say? So sometimes, no, and you may be wa now you see. We are the people that we want to bring illumination to the Ghanaian. We should not just bring illumination when it always only favors us. Baby, I'm here for Ghana. That's why I keep telling people, say, Mimi ye me juma we, juma na me is a politics. Na me ye, say, Ibenya inya ni bi ohana. Me adwuma na me ye politics. What do you say? Hey, Otuaba says, how are you, my dear? Adwuma na ye politics. And your politics no. Akwaya say yam payimfo no a wɔn bɛgye aban no free ɛyɛ the limana memuo no a wɔn de yɛkɔ 1992 no wɔn asɛe nneɛma bebree ana nneɛma bebree no a wɔn asɛe no no yɛn mu bi ne aba sɛ we want to enlighten the people to bring understanding to our people say pardon me and nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a yɛnhwɛ ne yie. You cannot tell me that the person is married to a deity, so it is right. Anything my mama won't fatu say, na ye chanko 40. Say ohini wua. Would you allow your head? Say ye ncha. So ohini ewua. Would you? Ni a yanko for tribal marks our northern region. Would you say a wua and a yanko your tribal marks? Obey. Maybe so. So what is wrong is wrong. Don't defend it because you love tradition. You don't love tradition than some of us who are Pan-Africanists too. Who do tradition is in here. But tradition evolves. Yeah, quite nimno such like you always yes, sir. Okay? Mama on fatu. Teshi, ni a chini pa those days. A best show. A wrong. Ni pani a criminal. Well, we are the amount for yedi a friend is saying. Car tie ebe sewo kon near the fuel petrol and not diesel near twegu we are sure a wrong nipa na ye boni o but ene you know emrane say nipa na ye boni a yemfa ne ko police station yemko di nasem even though the person is criminal and then yenka say okay well, let's go for the instant justice. Wrong is wrong, my people. Let us not watch certain things in because tomorrow it could be your own daughter. What you say? So let's try and say, oh, fine. No, me, I am against anybody who speak against my gang people, not giving reverence and respect to the Wulomo and co. But at the end of the day, let our talk also provoke men to think and reason beyond emotions. That is why me Ivy Yenya Baba Kubai Mabel I see you Yenya Baba Ivy Laban Ebusaba questions and I'm answering her. Do not be provoked by questioning and go for Ebusaba. Don't answer. What do you say? Answer the questions. What do you say? Don't be upset. What do you say? Because the same laws are allowing people to marry Bema. There is no law in Ghana that allow Bema a worry. So don't assume that there is a law in Ghana Bema a worry. No, there is no law like that. There has never been any law. Our laws frown on Bema a worry. The only problem is the laws no now today no a bill that president and say president sign it will make it criminal. I bet chini panakotun. And you need some rano. What you say? And the law do not support it. But the law no entimin chre say ye chiwa yenya wodeng. And a CCA did some ranakotu president and him. What you say? Pepe. Abusia me say wa frame or WhatsApp. What person frame no? Frame or WhatsApp. Why? Yeah, direct call, WhatsApp call only. Why? A person will contribute to on show with you. Let it be on WhatsApp only. Why? Na yentuas enchena me come on aba every year. A person frame me just WhatsApp me alone. Na eja yenhwe eye de etie wo emranim. Enti child sex offenders no yebehwe ebia ukona sebi ukofa obi na nipa kono nya 18 years na nipa no law no me say wa wo friend yeah no friend me wo I've been answered Dr. Ren, please we cancel some of our traditional if we cancel some of our traditional laws, so why they can change some laws in our constitution and then the leaders are not ready to change them. please, if we cancel some of our traditional laws, so why they can change some laws? I'm not questioning some media. If we cancel some of our traditional laws, so why they can change some laws in our country? The laws, no, Ghana, a constitution. The constitution is the spirit of our country. So in the constitution, no, I the buy. So me tell question I see here. Johnny Woods, as you are doing politics and not politics. Me tell I see Augustina Arthur me wakwaba. Me tell I see here. The constitution of Ghana, no, ye spirit. Eche ye merano, ye ne yajia tum. And you see a free neko. Ye de Ghana 1992 constitution, ye ne de boy ye bra. Enti uko enkramosunwa eye Quran, oba Ghana eye constitution, uko Christosuma eye Bible. Enti o fan dia Ghana ye Bible no eye constitution. Eno ne yedi bu man no. Enti se BBC a ye hwe constitution nim e de na eka. Ye ka constitution so a eye mmara a free me ne wo ho. Ene ya choro gu nkrataa mu. Ana ye nyina ya gye atumu saa ye numu asem no. A free neko and no near the benanti, and no near the boy embra. Nti a guide. The 1992 constitution, a guide of life in Ghana. It is a asebi fa akoda one. Ye be kwa share a year the constitution no. Mo amuhwe me nyina no for the purpose of education. Me de member modiana Uko Google, just type in Ghana 1992 Constitution. You can download it. Read it. Just when your timer, just read. You anything about Constitution. When you see the preambles of the Constitution, you will see the articles, what constitutions, and you will see about everything. A fan kwada, a fa disable, a fa the Constitution. You create a culture say, uti Ghana, and yes, udi arewo. Constitution, a womb. So what Ghana ma weninji. It is will be banu ma weninji. A constitution is a tia. But because we don't place importance on the constitution by teaching the constitution, we teach Bible and Quran instead of teaching the constitutions in the schools. I think Kakwadabi and when you do primary 5, near started China constitution, China could do university one number or the Ghana constitution and so he or she knows everything about the constitution. What am I saying? The problem here was that yemfa constitution wa eye kromumra yemfa anya adwuma. It is a wohwe yes yen constitution wa the rule of me aye a child sex offender act a woman what you say it will show your constitution anymore. I mean Chair Frank so me free Tunisia I mean come about the mbom ba na de we hwe bia unsa anka o say enemy no ka say okay I mean ko enemy no ka say ye wo child sex offenders. Se papa ana mame eni ababaawa akwada da a onya mfie 16 a onjin to musa papa se wona woda. Against our law. Itia ye mera. Inti emra no na eboy ye ho ban. Sa mra no free heaven ye de ba Ghana wo tom. Efiri me ni wumi enu ho. Nti ubeti se e ka constitution a carpenter ni nyansa ka ho, mason nyansa ka ho, ohie ni nyansa ka ho, oye mebunu nyansa, obi bia owo man Ghana ni mu ye chekere wo man no ye constitution a ye gi wadwen kire wo. Eni nti ne ye ka se edum pempenso bi a ese ye insachira ye ewo ye mera ni because nuanom ne nkwadaa no bi benyini ya omba beto mmara no omo so baaye no omo system a omo de nante abrabom no asesa otiasia. Here Ura Johnny Woods also the constitution is corrupt, it shouldn't be selectively applied. So that means that the constitution is not corrupt, but the people are being put in place of the constitution or misapply the constitution. So the constitution itself is not corrupt. And I said the constitution is corrupted by the people or more applying. Help me. So now let's look at the legal age of marriage in Ghana, 18 years. If any other parties get married below 18 years, that union is classified as what? Child marriage. God liver. I see Ghanaians teaches Bible and Quran in school as you said. No wonder Christians supported the building of cathedral. That is these are the things. Common sense, you see, conscience, I didn't know trim. You can't constitution. And you are and the actual cratasso. Send you brunin so true. Bible be the bread. It will be agreeing you. And was in the pacron, your friend David, no whom Yankopon or Yankopon were down for. What you must say? Oh, no, what's up? Also, be person afraid, but to see the person says he cannot see me on the WhatsApp. Sir. But someone just called on WhatsApp anyway, so everybody said, wait me now I'll be a person contribute, so I'll try and see if I can engage him here. So asem abusia the paper so offer but I said we call now offering offer me direct call and device now offers and also now me use any video into the meme and I said me bomodiana me must save in normal na me my friend what you see me bomodiana friend I was see okay I'm a friend all right so my friend and because wafra hello hello Yamuakwaba.
Doctor.
Yes.
Doctor, Mayu.
Okay, you find a real.
Noni ya no. Wofe wombu. Noni ya no. Wofe wo ye yeko. Iyake ganyuji no gan wuduba. Wofe wo ye yeko. Ka woke wo yi denje o ba yi.
Okay.
Si noni ya no ibe yi no kra. Ibe yi no. Ike no na me sure ke ake ba te depend na me defend of ya no kwale ni. Ya no kwale. Ija ake beke ke a bo akonta me ni ye to mo ula ba ni ba yi. Ka ke a ba ni bi ya no. Ke ge bi ni beke de cha chon bi ni na. O te me go fi woni ato smo wo yo. I took it a big picture de na 6 to 7 years now, Molly. It won't put in. Go back a ya video, Papa Lay. Every day, you can't get anything through Facebook. You were yeah, Facebook, ya Facebook. Obana. Take it, make any video, and I can Papa Lay picture back any video. Put him on a condemn Facebook. You can't pick it. Yes. Mimi nina mekele ya kaya ayafa bili ishe umuwafi umuwama afi na ayafa bili na kepeke ya na keneke nini kele ole na kele ya ke ukwepeke daleke de kile ukwepeke daleke de jenkeliba kede na kambia ni kabashe piane na ye ame pictures ke video na me kabashu oje you post ame video ka me pictures a me Facebook o calculate here ni na kambia ni
Menke, o sound there.
Ubana eji bikeji ke bashi bia ne una ka fi eji
Over no lower video where over the lower le few no read through only ne phone over no yeah very lower TV now over the view
ubana ke na kambia ni ubana eji ni bikeji ke bashi bia ne wo eji na chole different thing ya ke ba eji ule no ni jalo pale chiko calculate ke de big ni di big BPO ni akele start akele ya na meke I ask family na ke bike bo ya na kan bia ni ba na bike yi ke ba shi bia ne ake bike da ku inani ji nyo nwe kana ke engagement amefi because ko kwa manche tenjemiji mwa manche na metacho ni ye hole ile yemu ni yue chiko sana pale na kapa pale sani mwa me fe ye fe ke biki bi fe ke ni amen na no ni ya no akejeni papa sana me fe demonstration na ke pa na kambi mwa manche because hole na metade jeni atini interview amena bia besani papale yemu ni papale na chole manche nuno bulenti yuno ni yemu ni ke papale na ni wiji beke itasi 12 years ni kaka ba wi aba bilo aba wi no wa mane mi fe kaka ato ke 9 years Wiki Billy, virgin, getting Anna, virgin, getting 9 years. You can't get any of Wiki be a fair flat. Wiki be any Nungua fair, Nungua, why me you come here, you. I you about Nungua, so dream of you. I pay you about what I you. No one be penny talk. You make any tragic and you won't be in your army. The moon would be in your garment. Talk it, a flat. No one any plumbing like Nicami Talano. Alone can need hollow with the eye. Good month. I expect that. Look, Papa told that. Miss Sunny Green and no Tadini Coffee Children Fund. Ufeni bi wa ko bi ni ya ko tue ni ehin o ke ka ta o fe tin ye nu wa ma na ni fe annan o ke bi ke 9 years annan o ve ji no kai o ye manjelu no enu wa no ni na yi amo no pa na bi ye je fe no chumo na me tu ya na kan wa ji ye no chumo na me tu e je akambo pa efe lutu na micho ni bra ni akai na yu ne fe mienke na fini ne na ata ino ho ba ake video itiku na sa ike yu ne bibiu ne amepekente ke mami nye meke wuku meke nge apekente sliti ke kaba na akuchake adu
Jokenibi.
Agweni nkase yale agweni ne nails agule cuties ase yale kete gawo ni jechele ko ni ma ina na awie jechele te shota sa bikine tomo after traditional marriage ni bengo apo kente na apo kente apo mona ke traditional marriage te shota beso bikine nike ni wona afei na kani ata mbashi akelete ni na akele ya Nungua yendaka ho lu no ni manche tani ke ni huni ajaba manche remu ni manche wie ike o ni ate na ya be yo aba wo wonda ni mo shake na mete aya mawu ni no fe no este no pepe ni wo ni ra don wa ke na tunye ni ye tie ike ni mo papa ikuse ba ha ki chele wu ase ye to mo shake ju mami ke papa ta se amen if you have before nko ko mami ke papa wu ate ko ba na ke bla you si no ko bla no fi na before mi ka ta o mi papa no ni ta o keke mi afiji we yuki ne e wo yuki ne no yo fine ke only no ko ye children in ni ne bi o bi e de ke ko bi ma ne bi ko ke bi yi go be ni jo Ghana na be ba ni ka be ba ma ne bi na mi se ne ko no ma mo me go be na ka me test bi ke bi ko me 13 years ke 12 years mi se mi
Same here.
bi ya ni ma me follow report ana me ka adumo china hani ama me ke bi acha police du mo me na be test boy the boy who test le back aha ni ko ke den test boy who test le back it's only ide du mo ke
Yeah.
de ide mo le ide la
Scotland.
alo abelu
Yeah.
yes ni wo ni bi ke o ba nyo fi ko ye de de o ha wo exactly inu ya ke ba
Okay.
ni BBC de bi e wo ka me ba nya me fi ko ye aha wo Bikeke, one waka can be a Ghana police abole. Saka, I am not feeling test can be. Chia, I'm a little test in our fee. Any hospital not clear by a bench, okay? I'm a bribe. The police were they got on a bribe.
When I put in IGP and send a message kuni na akashike send a message ko akashi a assistant send me message ko akashi about feeling test fan can it be akashi
Hospital now fit test a about bribe. Like I know what the police were they about bribe. About flush upon a number me. Like a papa le chico you 5
oh yeah East Legon Shipon can if we are no bear amenoni like those people yeah
no they wo what many were you keep the one you go fee chico me like in budo me nsekoye e wo ko pa no feel ku ye no ka hu no pa ko me ye bi na ba nya fa ani na Ghana police yes ya afa na ani na police yes ya
okay
kan no kwa ba nya fe ye na fe ye
yeah
ni ke grab de je ka ba ni ke ni ne amula to e ku kra ja ke ni no mi na ya ke sabe school de je ko ta school do abia ba to bu ba ba ye je fe ke je school
yeah
bana ini ya school ye ni de spin te si bana a je school be bana he je fe ke je ni no mi na sami wo me ni wo yo man se ka ni o ka ba ki sami wo te si wo ka ke wrong is wrong she je wo mo wo ba ba ki she abi ye ni a me na ke no ni ya no e cha me nya me wi a me nya me wi
support rather
a me nya me wi yes a me nya me wi no fi ni yo ni ma wi ni wo ko ye
yeah
ko no ba no fi ye no ha wo fi mo ha wo
Alright. Thank you so much. Ebushia, dear, my sister, kanina no, simple. Na oka afwa de ye brown ebeka yen so. Na oka se asefem se biu yenya ye enkranfo. Na mpo no kra wonya nkran ni kra na ye Ghana ni kra no asem we asefem. Asem we nya asem a se ye support ade a enye no ye nka se enye. Na se wo hwe efre ne say ye afahye kra no a wo hwe videos ni bi ababa wa no de ne share ase a otimu se enuoma no ensem a empanyfo eken sabio nyame anim ne kra ni ento aso nti sabio wo hwe akwada no mfie no a wo mo ka no a na wo hwe amamre ne amane a ekoso Utumi se we die e ya ware true do. And inti we die sebio entwa ye. Ana ode to aso se. Wohwe akoda no kra no a. Ye saa nneoma nyina ewie kra so ne asa de na saa ba ahyehye ne ntade. Oti ase asa de na ba bontene na ahemfo okoka saa se eye nkra bontin so nyina ne ye pe oba sebio be ma ne be ma sorry ye pe oba only bema enhia da ye nyapi eno nti ana sebi wo mo yesa ekofa akoda osa I mean the bottom line nyina na said ye betimi aye ye wa akwantu ye betimi aye afa ho no ye mbo modin ana ye nye okay yenso ye behwe na behind the scenes no ye dia tumpenfo bi enum about this particular story na ya hwemwa yenso ye betimi aye. Because the assemble the capital city ato oman Ghana nyina. What do you say? Now I ask myself this question. Those who are supporting say a deity, a mamre, maybe some one question. Would you allow your children at the age of 12 to be married to a deity or a 63-year-old man? If the deity exists or is powerful, he can talk to all Ghanaians. Otherwise, it is a fabrication. Tie. Se date ni wano oni ni pakasa. Oni Ghana fo nyina nkasa ni yentie. Jikanza asemo awubisa. Ha? Ghana fo mama papa fo nkokora fo mo penketwa time. Mo bebre no ame nkasa mu nyina time. Ade ensu ya sini pe kora no nyini wa wo kɔ ne 30 no wo kɔ 35 wo kɔ 40 na ade no ye de. Akwada a what 12 years die sebio die na wo no ho a na wo bɛyɛ wakonno. Uhwe oba bi ti sai vi mu tetewo iv mu wo ho utum say yes wo mo ho ya akonno wo mo nyini na wo ade no so mu no na juice ni mu ye more ne na ye de ofa akwada. Now ye nyam kofo a yes say we are fighting to protect and emancipate and bring illumination and people are defending this. Me tell say who defend this asem we na madam for mehwe wo yi. No na me catch now. I will not let you near my house. Never. Me tell say we madam for be anyway be am share that near madam for. But obi o wa na bia na djuma so mani me hwe no tintan so na me hu say who defend this anoma we are you no because then I know your mindset because you can also do it to a 12-year-old person because you believe in a tradition. So since you believe in a tradition, you can also go on and do or act such stupidly. Hello, Ivy. Hello, Ivy.
Doctor, good morning.
Morning or afternoon or evening or today no.
Afternoon, Chef. I'm the master role. I'm one fan chef. Hi, afternoon. I'm sorry.
Nice.
And me chill BBR or show. Eh? As some I can say that I am the one much of the me emotionally. If there's no saying you name your 40 no one today, you know myself sometimes yeah, honey.
Yes.
You know. The time in the history, yeah, so it's not a pan at that.
I holiday, Nanka make a plane ticket, Nanka, Bananka, Besha day, 2 days, 3 days. But you know, you are occupied near the monkey, Nanka.
Oh, doctor, my doctor. I'm in the past of my head.
I'm in the past.
I'm in the past of my head. I'm in the past. Well, let's say that I'm timing 40,
35, 40, 45, 50. I didn't know what she.
As why you come?
Who did she want to say? Chichirao. I'll go far, but I'll go far. I'll go far. Could I only know how you see me washing the pants? So go far. I could cry the tune. akokra ne tun na ye wrinkle kopɛ akoda ketekete a unima wa wash ne pie. I mean you must be mad. Entina oketeche kai abubu afunu no.
Ghana may be no way misogynistics.
Can you?
Ghana may be no way misogynistics. I'm telling you. Why am I saying this? I wasn't now Papa Penny not them. Papa Penny. Abo bravery make us say Bosomana Papa Natsana no or you know my basso, Gelly Kahum or Yang. Say you me. That means you know my bass and me sure. I am pretty sure that the same thing. Not the other me bassano. Where's the virgin a bassano? Tisiazi, one son. Where's jam a waffle and to see your perverted suffer? Not that for Ninu. Namoya me yawing in there. On the papa not snow on our bow, be a sort of back. That's the way you never be sick, could no one preserve nothing at the matter. My doctor, this is when the mazi in the Oma Yakade, Ghana Chrome Honum, young said it before no slavery will Chrome Honum, no on day you on.
We are worse.
Yes,
we are worse.
On say, I took a caba sebi. When you started doing at 12 years. Next in Kofakaya and a Wakakaya, it was when you're 16. Number 4 in a way, it would have been 13, 14. I will throw it in a way. Doctor.
12, 13.
Oh yeah, a furra. In one name that before your fur. What can furra say?
Yeah. Chim.
Right there. Ghana, Nanka IGP, no, Mr. Women for Gender for wherever Abba the free. Nanka Mr. Fokum a parliament women, what's the mazin? Nanka, I know what's her room. Son of Baba Kasa. Impo and son of Abano Abakato or your mum, and no one can call it was her room. But Ghana, doctor, Ghana, oh, you're very sad.
This is
David
where
page do a brand yebi or justify. A brand yebi justify. Oh, your mambra, name you will be a mambra. Only the cocacabi, no far casena, Mr. Branty. What are you talking about? Elmo was about 14 years, 16 years, was my the Mazia. I was over 14, 16, was nigh the Mazia. Sometimes no, oh yeah, yes, no honey and Jenny in its room. Oh yeah, no, I am your day. Or be better how I could do your mambre binti. A mambre binti. No, a mambre be a honoma. Or say, or be that thing.
Yes.
I be free. Into a pedal catch there 16 years and will be sent the consent and son. When you require the margin. Doctor, 16 years of age was not Pakesi, a bosom piano, the bosom, your common bosom. 16 years, I'm afraid today she would not explore this life. Bosom, no
soprano, overcome money to Tuko, she be a good water, say, which is out to
or explore the life will be a simo. Abafrano, right now. Can life if they are not competitive? Because I don't explore. Oh, yes, she has to live as a child before growing up. Now she has to grow prematurely. Or you don't grow prematurely. Before don't get right. Ghana, but so if that was a mambre was a Juma of Ghana to what a mambre woman. If that was used the constitution now, what was a woman. What for constitution in woman? The constitution or woman will come was none as I pay for why. What's the ambra? So I don't watch one.
Simple.
I don't watch one.
Simple.
Manure Cassie, and that I hear David Nipage do a brand to be bad on us say on me the moon and a confirm on me in one of what's a bosom of fun as that. Obi Piano or what be said I'm a bosom piano or ringing in the piano. As some of us of what? What for my woman, what for one virgin the man now? What for one virgin now? Oh, nobody baby now one attack. Into Obi Piano, the Mazin who was there, and there was way then more power put. Come for crown another bosom of 4 crown in the Diane son who then more power. I am home, Papa Ghana for 77 for being 1 million home. Ghana may have been 1 million home, Papa Kaba, only 20, only 18 years. Abrasama. When you're 18, put an inner than also than 16.
I didn't know. These people they don't even know how. A bong. They don't even know how to watch them. Kai. I mean, what is so dangerous? What is so dangerous about this? The people are offering that they are emancipators, emancipating the people, bringing illumination to the Ghanaian, and they are defending such stupidity. I'm surprised. I'm telling you,
that is very, very sad.
I'm surprised.
That is very, very unfortunate. There was judicial system. Doctor, I mean, what surprises me is that we have judicial system in that country. What does the law in the country? What does it tell us? Can a child get married at age 16 years? I'm asking you a question.
Doctor, no. It's against the law. The law of the country is.
Why are we adding up to this nonsense?
Since you see a police, if you know the child is in the police care, and they are doing I think there was an employee. They will go to hospital and examine the girl on the day.
Go and examine the girl and see that there was some fun. They have to. So this is very, very, very disgusting.
We are far behind. We are very, very far behind.
I'm not them up with some fun up here. I'm for about 16 years.
I'm them boss me. On different other boss more. And crown the Bambi, uncle another wool or there. Fauba when you're 12 years, for none, I'm worried. I'm assuming worry Banusa when you're 12 years. I didn't know when you're demanding.
Yeah, doctor, let me just be a little bit political over here, okay? Moment, these are the things Oma freedom fighters, a better in page that. Ya Cassana Yasa Herba. O Sunday, or a yo day, Ghana Crum Honum. Obi to me Ninsan to me 2 years, not him. Na Ghana, we have hospitals. Nipana Koweko, they need to now also need him 2 years. They will not even try to.
Hey, 2 years. What Ghana?
This is what they are saying there, but friend, I'm in 2 years. I'm in 2 years. You see, lack of knowledge, my people perish. I'm in 2 years, no. Mammy now found hospital of the Bosom home. Now, Bosom is Nala, no way hold up a friend of Mammy in 2 years. I have a friend after 2 years now, what wouldn't it? I have a friend also. How many years? No, Casa. Bosom is down or I'm a friend in Casa. Now, a friend of Abafano of Nana, so what Abafano no knows or Casa or whatever now. You know, on the Bosom number or Abafano. What nonsense! What nonsense, Doctor? It's Kromaha, Awumba, where Oracle now the time was saying 9 months, and after that, if you have a funny him, now but fun what her why distress with him. They will schedule in for the time after the time on you. They will schedule a C-section, right? And that there was never to bed rest, right?
And I said 2 years here, 2 years, and then I could not know why you would my many year moon.
It's our fun on 2 years, I said, no, pay yes. So if I don't catch it, then 2 years, no, with a 16 or 18. These are very disgusting and shady, evil. We'll find an opinion from
I mean, anybody who support this, I will watch you twice because I don't even need to watch you twice. I'll not even watch you again.
Some of our brothers, freedom fighters, some of our own freedom fighters are supporting this nonsense.
How can you support such a
nonsense?
Nonsense?
Barbaric action.
In the name of tradition.
How can that girl develop? And somebody was saying that, oh, the girl can still go to school. Yes, she can still go to school, but no boy will try to approach this girl because of the cam knows in the school. Or a woman or whatever it is. Nobody can approach this girl. Do we know what this girl is going to become in the future? Yes, she can become whatever she wants to become. But is this girl going to be free? Can she express herself freely? express herself. About 17 years, but she didn't have a new cut of a happy doctor. Some of it also what's on the soul to one. I back away in about 50 years, 17 years. This girl can express herself. A corner of Buffalo Pigana, Mazinaba Kruma Hadina, on the contrary, 5 years ago, Papa, Mr. Professor, or express no more fear Hanma. If a boy will. Oba Kruma had it, timid, say, listen, if Kruma had it, your voice counts. Yes, if I do something, next man, your mommy, you did this, into that, but someone not a moment, may analyze nothing, on your day, you're there, chastise, number, chastise one, another day, you're not, it's going to be number 10 or one. Impose I send upon a medicine open my wronger. I will say sorry. You understand me? But then, I'm afraid, no, it's so timid, very, very timid. Mission is Mr. Hey, Ghana. So, this is the country I grew up in. It's very, very unfortunate. They're in painful crap, but they're not painful. The perform painful crap, but they can't even express themselves freely.
And can you imagine that this particular serious issue, by now, the NDC and MPP parliamentarians or Messiafo take this issue because it's happening in their constituencies and they are not talking about it.
What I was saying yesterday, Jane Mensa, whatever her name is. No? Doctor, this is the time and can Messiafo will be in parliament. What's shouting? Now, what it's enough is enough. We are sick and tired of it.
I think that you, the freedom fighters, Messiafo woman, you have to do a video on it ASAP. Or the Chinakra or gather Pankasa na units na zina so baby GH.
Oh yes, because this is not right.
All of you have to come together on one platform.
They are not thinking of anything. Say what me here, what goes in the home. Say what me here, we some a pasua guy because no one or na worry no one. Say what me here. A
branch and so shall tie and a leg and you know the same. To that branch and the a branch no langa to the langa no easy. I say. Anyway, things are knocking things. Sure, branch and we're pushing off no woman. Sure, a branch and I wouldn't langa na. Don't mind the body, you langa man, boy. They will langa na. Sure.
Also, Agbaja or drama, then Agbadana also free.
Missy TV Sunday from TV3 to all the clinking grand. We are remember Missy have more than 50%. Worry one. Hey, oh no, what's not TV? You know who there a presenter now we have a pendant power. Or be wait.
Love is blind.
Share now. Share. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Aye.
Exactly, my brother. Exactly.
Sure.
On top, when the units, Mr. What may I video on this? Let that girl number from. I will have to come. I mean, if I'm go to my contact man, another man will contact him. Now, we need to have to talk about this.
I think you see, especially more Amutia Bruche, you have children and you know this way the system operates. The good side of the system, we let us and highlight it to our people back home, because you see, Obroni, they came to Africa, they pick up the good side of their culture, and they have perfected it, and it is helping them. So we should also know, say, Ahunipa says, she will keep in touch. So let us also do same and educate her. You people are very beautiful. What I say, we have 40, 45, 50 walk on one. Say, more juicy, well grown, very nice, sweet, when you are eating the thing, you used to say, yes, the apple is sweet. And them at the age below 18 years. Maybe a cracker now 18, 20, those kind of things that I don't know. I don't see myself doing it never in my life.
And these are the men now where you're so intimidated by the women that are 40 plus or maybe 35, because those women can express themselves freely. Internet, they would not even venture, they would not try to approach anybody who is mature to the point where he or she, like, let's say she will ask questions, you know.
I've been TV so no Tana who chest and who say the way the cocoa suti and the sana see how nice. The moon.
Oh,
Maybe I go find Kodan way. I've been there in by UK, you know. Come and spend 3 days. And then, come and spend 3 days. Let's book some hotel and spend 3 days and pray to God Almighty and see the blessings of the Lord. And see the blessings of the Lord. Open IVF application, bruh. Why? What you say? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we'll end the video, and I just want you to understand that I support the stance of the law. The law must deal with people like the 63 years and all those people. Thank you so much, my dear Ivy. Thank all of you who came and watched the video. Alberta, you people should join and do the video. Video and be a Ghana for no you. We were once upon a time like our people back home. And I'm not saying all the people back home are like that. Ghana, they are well known, they are educated, they are very decent. What you say? Call a free before a yamami by these are people they don't support nonsense. Conscience ni ye juma. What you say? Conscience ye juma. And we love people like that. What you say? So please, I always say whether the person is a freedom fighter or not, the message also catch and make the plus and minuses. Where it is good, you take it. Where it's minus, you throw it away. Thank you and have a great weekend. This evening will come away again later part of the evening. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you so much, Facebook. Thank all of you for your support. Love you.